So this is a 2020 Explorer. This would apply for a 2021 Explorer as well. This is a cop car. I've got to get behind this airbag so I can check and make sure that the airbag clip didn't rub through the switchback wires, because I'm having some radio communication issues. And I find that the harness that goes between the left and right switchback on the steering wheel likes to rub through with the airbag clip. So that's one of the first things I check. This is for a coworker. He asked me to give him a hand, so I'm going to give him a hand here. What I do is I actually take that flap right there in the middle of the steering wheel and I will pull it down, and I'll put the screwdriver. Yes, it will put a light crease right there in the plastic, but nobody ever see that. And doing it Ford's way by trying to slip it up behind the steering wheel is a royal pain in the butt, and you spend more time and do more damage doing it their way than actually doing it this way. So you see I take a screwdriver and I pull down on the end, and then I just catch the bottom lip on the inside of where that airbag is, because it's almost impossible to get at it from the back of the steering wheel. So here I'm just trying to identify a good angle of approach. You do see a little white creases right there, but when you release pressure, that stuff does go away. You tuck it back up under, you don't see it anyway. Unfortunately, this is the only safe way that I've seen so far to do this, and it does leave some crease marks right there on the end of the plastic. Until Ford comes up with a better, more precise way of doing this, this is exactly how I'm going to do it. I don't have time to sit here and eat up a ton of time trying to follow Ford's procedure by taking an Allen and turning the steering wheel sideways and then going through the little slot in the back, and then an hour later you still don't have the airbag out. This is literally the best way to do this, and eventually the plastic will start to age a little bit and that white will actually start to turn dark. I'm going to continue trying to fish around, but my top of my airbag snapped in, so now I'm going to have to flip the steering wheel, or now I'm going to have to focus on releasing the top of the steering wheel now that I have the bottom released here in a second by pushing the little spring tab from the bottom. It looks kind of like a U/V hybrid shape. The little tangs come from top left and top right. They come down to the center, they meet in the middle, and then you got to push up on the assembly in the middle. Here I'm trying to press a little bit, and finally it starts to come loose. It came loose right there and actually released the spring in the bottom. But now I'm going to have to come from each side and release the spring on the sides, and they like to pop back in on you as well. It is a royal pain in the butt, and you will sit here and hate the world trying to get this airbag out of here. Previous model vehicles, they made it so easy to get these in and out, but on these they make it so difficult. It's so stupid how they did this. Why did they even change anything? It makes no sense. So let's switch over to the little alignment tabs in the side and release the airbag from the side, because the sides pop back in once I got the bottom loose. So here we are over in the side. There's a little hole in the bottom. You take a 3mm Allen and slide it up inside there. T-handle Allen. Push along the tabs. Sometimes they'll unlock, sometimes they won't. Sometimes you have to pop over back over to the other side like this and release one side and then release the other side, and then you're good. Sometimes you have to go back and do the whole process all over again, because there's no real good way to do this. It's just a living pain in the butt to get this airbag out of here. Eventually it does pop loose. I got the bottom loose, I got the side loose, and now I'm going to switch over and the last push here, and then the airbag pops right out and we're free. It's laying out, but guys come and get me to do this because it's such a pain in the butt, and I've worked on these Explorers so much, it's just easier for me to come do it than have to sit and explain, because it's such a terrible way that Ford, created. There it is right there. There it popped out. It's a mess. Y'all be blessed.